Hello Canterbury and welcome to Canterbury Live on Tuesday the 26th of May. Well, we've got a busy show, so let's get into it. The Logitech UE Mega Boom, you've only got a couple of days left to enter this wonderful competition, so let's check it out in action. Rightio, very simple indeed. All you need to do is go to our Facebook page, make sure you like it and leave your details, and you could be the lucky winner that I call out this Friday. Very cool indeed. Now next to it, on Sunday, a very special game of netball is being played between the Tactics and the Waikato Bay of Plenty Magic. Fingers crossed though goes out to the Tactics. We hope, girls, that you finish on a high so you could win tickets to that. And next to it, Hoyt's movie passes. We love going to movies, and especially when it's for free. Too cool. Over my shoulder, we've got the New Zealand Music Month t-shirts and bags. Great, it's the last week for that. And over here, the wonderful painting from Ira Mitchell Kirk, and you can hear in the background there a bit of a diva, Bik Runga Sway, beautiful song indeed. Now all these, just call through on 3777 033 or go to our Facebook page and leave your details. Now coming up on today's show, Phyllis is in, and it's the Dream theme continuing for the end of May. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful theme, and so I look forward to seeing her. It's my favourite parts of the week. We head out on location and meet some wonderful girls at Villa Maria. It could be a great choice for your young lady to have her high school years. And Mercy, we're in the kitchen again with Foodie Fix winter treats. I'm looking forward to that. Now tomorrow is a very special show. We're having a pink ribbon morning tea / breakfast, so it'll definitely have a pink theme. So here is a videotape of a teaser of what it's all about tomorrow.
I remember at the time thinking, I have to get through this for them. I have to get through it for them. I didn't know how they would cope. I didn't know how. I didn't know how they would manage.
I was in the shower one morning and noticed a lump.
Like a hard little pea lump.
For me, it was like a frozen pea.
It was quite large.
It was microscopic. I didn't even have a lump.
And had gone to the local doctors.
And she said that the test results had come in. She says to me, yeah, I'm really sorry.
I'm sorry, Jane, but there's a problem.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 47.
49.
28.
62.
At the beginning of this year.
And I thought, bugger.
Tears did come to my
The whole
eyes.
world just slowed down.
Can you just give me a moment?
You realise that you've got to deal with this
Early
thing.
detection is absolutely vital.
If I didn't have my mammogram, I wouldn't be here.
I would not be here today.
I remember at the end of that day going back to the car with my
Went
husband.
to the car.
I remember sitting in the car park afterwards, just shaking my head.
My coping mechanism was to talk and to share.
Did what we thought was the right thing and told as many people as we could.
I've got great family
I
support.
had a lot of support.
Oh, yeah, my sister was there from the beginning.
I really felt alone. But, you know, you get through it.
Save the 7 women you care about the most at save7.co.nz.
Yep, very sobering indeed that 7 women each day find out that they have breast cancer too. So tomorrow is a very special show because we'll actually have a cancer patient at the moment who's actually going through chemo. So not at the end, but right in the middle of it. So that'll be an absolute privilege, and we'll have some of the girls here from CTV celebrating and just applauding these women that are going through it at the moment. Rightio. Do you like fruit crumble? Don't you? With a bit of custard, a bit of cream? Well, check out Nicola now on location with Nourish.
Fruit crumble is a really common recipe, but today we're just going to make it a little bit different and add a few extra ingredients to make it a bit gourmet. So I've just got some tinned fruit. You can have any type of stewed fruit or cooked fruit really. I've just got tinned peaches here, which were a really good price at the supermarket. And I just like to add a little bit of something a little bit different. So I've just got some frozen berries. These are mixed berries. So I've got some really chunky strawberries, blueberries, even some grapes in there. So I'm just going to sprinkle those on top. And you could even cut some of those berries a little bit smaller if you needed to. But I just like the chunkiness of them, so I'm just going to spread those out there and add a little bit more. So you can get all sorts of frozen berries, and of course in the summer you could get lovely fresh berries as well. So just going to spread those out, and then I'm just going to make the topping. So you're probably familiar with the standard crumble topping, and we've just got, I'm just going to make it in a blender here. You could of course just make it in a bowl yourself if you wanted to rub the butter into the mixture. So I've just got 1.5 cups of flour in here, just put a little bit extra there, and just 1/2 cup of sugar. Just goes in there, and just a little bit of baking powder in there. So we've just got actually 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So just to try and sprinkle that round a bit to get that well mixed into the other ingredients. And then into that just goes 120 grams of margarine. And that is lovely and soft, so that's going to blend in really nicely there. So I'm just going to pop the top on that and give that a quick whiz. You just only need it to be just crumbly. So we'll just let that whiz away for a few seconds. And then we're just going to take that out of there and mix it into the other ingredients. You don't want this to get into a ball. There we go, just a crumbly mix. Right, so I'll just whip that out of there, and we've got our bowl here. And so I'm just going to put that aside, take that nice crumbly mixture out of there. It's nicely blended in there. It just makes it really easy to mix the other ingredients into it now because it's in that crumbly form. So now I'm just going to add 1 cup of long shredded coconut, and it gives it a really lovely nutty taste. And then just 1.5 cups of rolled oats. So there's lots of fibre going in here, so it's absolutely delicious dessert, but you also find it's going to be really good for you as well. So just give that a quick mix around, just making sure that the sort of cake mixture part of it is mixed well into the oats and the coconut. And then what I'm going to do is just spread that on top of the pie here. And I'm also going to make this in, or you can also make it in small amounts. I've made it in little ones this size as well, and you can serve those up as individual pies, so that's really lovely as a dessert too, and we might serve one up that way just to show you at the end. So I'm just going to pop that in the oven, and then we will come back in a minute and show you how to serve them up. So we've got our cooked crumble out of the oven, and it's smelling absolutely delicious. So I've got just an individual one here also. You can serve this one up immediately, of course, with some lovely custard if you want to have it that way, or you can pop a lid on that and freeze it. It keeps really well in the freezer. But I'll just show you how to serve up the individual ones because I think they're so easy to make and they really are easy also to make look really amazing. So we've just got a smear of that custard and just add a little bit of the fruit that's in there. Just pop that there as an accompaniment and just looks lovely just with a little fork on the side. So that looks gorgeous. The other thing you can do is if you have any spare topping, just pop it in a freezer bag. It keeps really well in the freezer and it's great for a really quick, beautiful dessert through the winter or any time of year. So that's one delicious, extra healthy fruit crumble. I think I might have to taste this one.
Yummo, that's good winter food, isn't it, that fruit crumble, especially with the custard on there. Now, after the break, Phyllis Brown joins me, but I thought I'd just read out a little bit on here for her Dreamweaver journal, is create the life of your dreams, one word at a time. Love it. Stay with us, see you after the break. Rightio, our own Dreamweaver is here, Phyllis Brown. Love this time of the week.
Yes.
And you've got some real treats in here. And for the Virgo and me, I love stationery, so I'm just oohing and ahhing about it.
These books, these beautiful books, yes. Yeah. Well, I thought we would just cap off the whole dream segment for May with dream journaling and keeping dream journals. And of course you can buy some beautiful stationery products as you have just booed and ad over, or you can create your own book. I've got a lovely pink journal there that's got some
pink one?
Yeah, it's got some stickers on it and stickers on the inside. You can create your own dream journal, but it's a really important process to sort of unscramble what you've dreamt about during the night and then look at it the following day or maybe a week later, go back and sort of think, well, what was that dream about? What was it that was going through my mind at that point in time?
It has to be easily accessible, doesn't it?
It does. So most people tend to keep their dream journals by their bedside so that when they do wake up, they can just instantly spend that 5-10 minutes writing, jotting down all those bits and pieces. And they do say that, you know, regular sleep patterns are really helpful, so going to bed at the same time, maybe relaxing your mind before you sort of drift off, no stimulants before you go to bed, so no coffee, no iPad, no nothing that gets the mind really active. You want the mind to be going into that lovely, lovely relaxed state so that when you go into the dream state, you can remember more of it. Your mind can just let go of all of that vision that it's seen during the day.
Are you an advocate for music? Maybe to...
I quite like music. I must admit, when Michael worked on the trucks and we had our own delivery service, so he was away lots and lots. So I would fall asleep to the television. Not really a good thing, but it was just that mumbling in the background.
Yeah, the white noise they call it.
The white noise, or sometimes just a little bit of music, and it would just soothe me to sleep. And when we think about babies, we put on, you know, the little night music, the night chime to get them to sleep. So I think that can just sort of debunk the mind as well.
So once we've filled our journals and you've got some beautiful examples here, should we go back and actually reflect on what we've written?
I think you should. I don't tend to go back the same day. I tend to go back maybe about a week later and then go back and think about it because I'm really removed from what I think it could have been or it should have been. So if I go back to my dream journal a week later, I don't have any thought process. I just read it and then think, well, actually, that's what that means. Or sometimes if it has been like a premonition type thing or me sorting out problems, then I can see, well, actually, yeah, I can look at that issue or that situation in my life just with this, but I'm not emotionally attached to it. Whereas sometimes when we come out of our dream and it's been really exciting, we can't really get the grasp of the sort of the deeper meaning. because we're still quite excited. So yeah, I tend to look at them a week later.
In our history, there's actually been some key, quite famous people that really believed in the whole art and,
yes,
and
absolutely,
life of dreaming.
Absolutely. So you've got Edward Casey from in America. He was a great channeler and interpreter of his dreams, and his son is definitely a dream interpreter as well. Of course, Sigmund Freud, who can not know about his work. And of course, as a psychologist and psychotherapist, that would be his focus of his work, where his patients would come to him in a state maybe of hysteria, and he would analyse where that hysteria came from, both in waking dream state, because we do daydream, and then the
It's nice,
nighttime.
isn't it? It's nice to escape to a daydream. I like to do that. It's nice.
It is. And then we've got our nighttime, and of course he brought lots of theories about childhood memories, the whole sexual component with him as well, and there's some amazing books from some of his patients, some of the records that he kept very detailed records.
Okay.
And there's some books that have been written which are, they are quite mind-blowing. I have got a couple. And it can be a little bit hard going. A little bit. Talk about 50 Shades of Grey. It can be a little bit on the risky side. However,
was it a book? Sorry, I just wrote it down.
However, the underlying message about why these dreams came about and how they affected that person's emotional being, they're actually quite stunning. But it's not an easy read. Let's say.
Just quickly, we have to go to the commercial break. But our card for this week.
I thought I'd bring in some sunshine. We've got the planet sun. It's so cold outside. We need a little bit of boost of passion, self-expression and energy, because we get a bit sleepy when it's really cold. So just think of that lovely fire within you, the sunshine within you, and let it express itself.
Love it. Express yourself. Thank you so much. Happy dreams to you. Look forward to next week. Now stay with us after the break. We do head into the kitchen with the beautiful Mercy with some winter treats.
Wanna tell you she's out of sight.
Mercy, winter is here.
It is.
But it's a great time for those creature comfort foods, isn't it?
Yes. When I think of winter, I always think of heartwarming hot foods. And so it can be kind of hard to get a winter snack out of that, because usually when you think of snacks, they're usually cold.
Yeah.
But I've come up with a good idea, which I actually stole off a girl. I went to a hen's party and she had made these, and I saw them and I said, these are so cool. So then I've recreated them.
I love it. You've zhushed them with a bit of mercy.
Yes, I have. So what they are, if we take a close-up look over here, is they are jumbo pasta shells filled with spaghetti bolognese on the top, and then a bit of tuna and mayonnaise with a garnish of cucumber on the bottom.
Tasty.
Yeah.
Okay, well, should we get into the mince one?
Yep.
And get that cooking. So, smell of vision, I've got the oil.
Yep, oil ready to go.
Nice and
So
hot.
I've got some chopped onions and some garlic in this bowl. So I'll just put those in there. Hear that sizzle?
So white onion, not red?
Yep,
It doesn't
white
matter.
onion. Doesn't really matter, but white onion generally cooks up better in this sort of dish.
Okay,
And it's got a
excellent.
really good flavour as well. So usually we would fry these off for quite a while. You want them to brown and wilt. But for the purpose of television, we're going to speed things on a little bit. So we're going to put in our mince. Now, I won't put all of this in. I'll just put this chunk
Now,
in
what
here.
kind of mince then, Mercy?
I'm using premium beef mince. I like the
Premium,
good
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I like the good stuff. You can actually get this stuff on quite a good special as well. So don't be put off by the fact that it's got premium in its label. It is still cost affordable. So I'm just breaking this up a little bit so we don't get too many chunks in here, and stirring it all up with our onions and our garlic, and it's already smelling really delicious.
It looks amazing.
Now you can also add other things to this mix if you want to put some herbs in. Oregano is really nice in here. A little bit of basil is also really good. Now you would want your mince to cook a little bit more, but what we're going to do is we're going to add our sauce now, and then the mince will just cook nicely with the sauce as well. So I've got a little bit of tomato paste in this one here. It gives it that really rich tomatoey flavour. So I'll put in a couple of nice heavy teaspoons of that in there. Stir that all in. And then I've actually just got some Watties tomatoes in a can, and I actually got the can with pesto in it. So it's a pesto style, so it's already got garlic and onions and all lots of goodies in there as well, and it just adds that little bit of extra flavour. So we'll just pop that in there.
Is this your stock standard bolognese sauce that you make for yourself, Lucy?
I have a couple that I make, but this is usually a quick go-to. If I only have, say, half an hour and I want to make a quick bolognese, then I'll usually go for this one. Sometimes if I've got time, I'll actually make the sauce from scratch. So I'll actually just get the whole tomatoes in a can, and then it's a little bit of a process, but if you put them in your pan and you heat them with oil and herbs for a while, the flavour comes out of them and it's absolutely
You're flavouring
amazing.
the oil in essence, aren't you?
Yeah, you are, and it's absolutely delicious. So this is looking really good now. It would need a little bit longer to cook, but by the magic of television, we've got some prepared earlier.
Love that.
So what we can do is if we have a look now... Oh, I'll reach my hand over. Sorry, cameraman. What we can do now is we'll grab our pasta shells as well.
Okay.
Now, if you're looking for these, Pack and Save don't sell them, unfortunately, but some New Worlds and Countdown do as well. So Countdown's probably your best bet if you're trying to find the jumbo pasta
They're
shells.
gorgeous, aren't they?
They're just such a cool idea for a wee bite-sized snack. So you just want to cook these for about half an hour to 45 minutes. Don't be put off by the fact that they do take a little bit longer. They should, because obviously they're a lot bigger than your usual pasta shell. And then it's as simple as adding your bolognese mix, slotting it into your little pasta cup, like so.
What an amazing idea, and so easy to display.
So
great to take
easy.
along, I know you talked about a hen's party, but to a potluck tea, isn't it?
Yeah. And, I mean, anything. If you just want to make a little afternoon stack out of your leftovers, you might have some bolognese in the fridge, whip up your little pasta shells, and then pop it in, and done. And I just put a little mozzarella cheese on there.
Yum.
Another idea is if you have these pasta shells already in the cupboard, you can actually make a meal out of it too. I've actually seen people who have got a whole lot of pasta shells, put them in a tray with their bolognese, put a delicious tomato sauce over the top and cheese, and baked it for about half an hour in the oven.
So sort of maybe a take on enchiladas.
Yes.
Or something.
Yeah.
Oh, not enchiladas, no, forgive me. It'll come to me in a moment. So we're moving on to the tuna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tuna's really simple. So it's just, I've got some lemon pepper tuna in here because I love that flavour. But you can use any tuna you like.
Cannelloni, thank you. Sorry, I woke up tomorrow morning and remember, cannelloni, yeah.
It's kind of like enchiladas though as well, with the tomato base, and then, you know, you've got your pasta, you've got your wrap with your enchiladas, so similar. And then if you grab the mayonnaise, Andrea, and just put a little bit of mayonnaise.
You love your mayonnaise, just quietly.
I do. So I'll just put a little bit of this in here, and then we'll just stir up a little bit. That back on there.
Thank you.
We'll just stir up a little bit of this. And then it's so simple. You stir up your tuna and your mayonnaise
Can you
together.
stir on an angle?
I sure can. Stir up those together. And then, again, simple. You're just going to pop this.
Yum, it's lemon pepper.
Delicious. Pop this in your wee shell. So, we will spoon her in.
Excellent.
And this is good for the kids after school.
It's great. Yeah, because
the
tuna is a real... I love it. It's a nice, quick meal.
Yeah.
And it's a power food.
You can put a little bit of cheese on there as well if you like. And I actually season mine. I put a little bit of dill and a little bit of cucumber in there too.
Beautiful. It's as simple as that.
Simple.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Mercy. Love. And once again, you've just blown us away. And I think next time, I don't know, where are we going to go next time?
Detox Waters, I think.
Detox Waters?
Yeah.
Jeepers, rightio. Good on you. Thanks for another week of Foodie Fix. Yamo, and we are actually in the kitchen on Monday for Queen's birthday with some royal treats. Yum-o indeed. Rightio, on tomorrow's show, as promised, it is the Pink Ribbon Breakfast. And joining me in the studio will be Diane from Retropolitan with everything pink in the store. And Rihanna, Lisa and Mercy are here, and we're having boob banter. That's right, we're talking about everything to do with our boobs. Have a great day. We'll do it all again tomorrow.